I have wanted to make this video for many years now. There are numerous variants of our favorite Remington 870, and it is a little difficult to choose one for a beginner. I receive lots of questions about different versions of the 870 and which one to choose. So, this video is based on years of my experience owning the Remington 870 and writing articles about it. I had an opportunity to test almost every modification of the shotgun, and now I want to share the details and differences between them with you. There are many variants of the Remington 870 shotgun. All Remington 870 shotguns are based on one platform. Whether you buy the budget 870 Express or the more expensive 870 Police, they all use the same platform. There are differences between them, but they're related to their parts, coating, furniture, sights, etc. You can buy and upgrade those parts yourself if you want. One of the biggest advantages of the 870 is its steel receiver. It is made from a solid block of steel, which is what makes the Remington 870 so strong and reliable. I have put more than 80,000 rounds into 4 of my 870s, and they still work perfectly. I only had small problems, such as a broken firing pin spring or ejector spring. One time I had to replace a broken 4-in tube, but after 20,000 rounds. Another advantage of the most popular pump-action shotgun in the world are all the aftermarket accessories and upgrades available for it. They are available from many manufacturers, and each year, we see new ones being introduced to the market. You can use 870 for almost any purpose. All Remington 870 versions are built on one platform, but still, there are many small differences you need to know about. Some of them are just cosmetic, but some of them are more important. Let's find out about the small but very interesting differences which may help you to choose the 870 version which suits you better. Some of the more expensive versions have magazine cap detent. It prevents magazine cap or magazine extension from loosening. A magazine cap detent is available on tactical and police versions of the Remington 870. Don't worry if you don't have this feature because the magazine cap and tube will stay in place, but be sure to check them regularly. It is more reliable to have magazine cap detent, especially if you shoot a lot. There is the 870 tactical version with a one-piece magazine tube. This eliminates the joint between the magazine and magazine tube extension. This was done to add more reliability to the shotgun. The joint is a weak point where the spring or follower may get stuck. This problem isn't common, but there is always the chance that something could go wrong. This is especially true with a standard magazine follower. Aftermarket magazine followers are more reliable than the factory ones. Basic Remington 870 shotguns, which come without the magazine tube, usually have 2 dimples at the end of the magazine tube. They are needed to hold the new style spring retainer in place, but they also prevent the owner from installing the magazine tube. You will need to remove the dimples before installing the magazine tube extension. Dimples removal isn't difficult and can be done even at home. Older 870s and police versions don't have dimples at the end of the magazine tube. Most of the 870 versions come with a metal injection molded extractor. This is the modern process of parts manufacturing, and it is suitable for many purposes. But the hardness of the non-MIM extractor is higher, which leads to a more reliable extraction of the fired shot shells. This is especially important for reloaded or low-quality, cheap ammunition. You can always replace the factory Remington 870 extractor with a non-MIM extractor. It takes several minutes, and you are good to go. Non-MIM extractor is installed on the Remington 870 Police for better reliability. Remington 870 Police and Marine versions come with the more expensive Remington Supercell butt pad. It is patented and made of a special material which reduces felt recoil. It really works, and makes the life of a shotgun shooter so much easier, but you can always buy and install it later. The sights on a Remington 870 can be different too. Some shotguns come with simple bead sights on the end of the barrel. Other shotguns have fancy XS rear and front sights installed. There are 870s with simple rifle sights installed. Deer, some of the police versions, fully rifled barrels. Choose the one you like more. Rifle sights have an advantage. They can be easily replaced with aftermarket sights. Also, the tactical version gives you the advantage of having the rail to mount the red dot sight. XS Sights is a well-known manufacturer of different sights for firearms. Remington partnered with XS Sights to offer the 870 tactical version with ghost ring sights. They enable the shooter to aim fast, especially when shooting slugs. A very good addition to a tactical shotgun. Of course, you can buy them later, but they are pretty expensive, and you will also need the help of a gunsmith for installation. Remington 870 Super Magnum has a longer chamber and Super Magnum receiver to handle heavy loads. Bolt has special port cover. Trigger group is a little different too. The stock and forend are two of the most important parts for a shooter's comfort. If the stock is too long or too short, it will not be comfortable to shoot the shotgun. If it's too short, you may hit your nose with your thumb. If it's too long, you will barely grip the forend. There are lots of other things to consider too, such as the material, pistol grip or classic stock, and recoil reducing or regular. There are many stocks available to choose, everything from classic hardwood to recoil reducing knock stock. Two of the most popular choices are hardwood or synthetic furniture sets made by Remington. They are simple and nice, and most of the shooters are happy with them. But if you want to replace them, then you can choose one of the many aftermarket stocks for the Remington 870. Which factory stock is better? Hardwood or synthetic? The hardwood stock is classic and looks awesome, but it is easier to scratch or damage it. The synthetic stock can withstand even rough handling. Also, stock made of wood feels warmer during cold weather. Choose the set you like more. Anyway, you can easily change them later. And I have 2 big articles about barrels already. You can find links to them in description. Those articles will help you to understand the differences between the barrels of different lengths. 18, 20, 26, 28, or even 30-inch barrel? Each barrel has a particular purpose. For example, shorter barrels are easier to transport, carry, and are the best for home defense and tactical use. They are easy to maneuver in close quarters or in a car. That is why the 18 or 20-inch barrel is the best if you plan to use a shotgun for home defense. Short barrels are sometimes called slug barrels because shooters often use them for slug shooting or hunting game with slug ammunition. But tests reveal that long barrels give the same or even better accuracy with slug ammo. So when is the longer barrel a better choice? There are lots of times when a long barrel is more beneficial. First of all, longer barrels make the speed of the slug or birdshot faster. It is good to know that the longer the barrel, the faster the speed of the projectile. Second, most of the longer barrels have replaceable chokes, which enable the shooter to choose the choke needed. Chokes enable the shooter to get much better results, whether they're hunting or shooting for sport. That is why you should choose the long barrel with the Remington choke tube system if needed. There are several versions of the Remington 870 finish. The most inexpensive 870s come with simple bluing. This coating is simple and enough to prevent rust, but only if you care about your shotgun and lubricate it regularly. The more expensive 870 police version comes parkerized. This coating is sturdier and can withstand heavy use. All the parts of the Remington 870 Marine are nickel-plated, which makes it extremely durable. The Marine version will not rust even after heavy rain. Choose the version you like more. You may even paint it with special gun paint later. That was a short video with information about Remington 870 models. Please leave a comment if you have any additional questions. Thanks for watching.